problems with the orientation of the camera, but okay, that is again vertical, I think is okay. But was in the horrible traffic jam getting to the Jewish quarter Kazimierz, that's why sorry for delay. But we're waiting for the whole audience. I think everyone is thinking it is a little rainy day, about the plus 5 degrees Celsius, and that is such. We are in the Jewish quarter Kazimierz. You see the such culver, such tunnel is from the Austrian-Hungarian time. To the right is the Krakow main railway station. To the left, Rzeszów and Przemyśl and we say Ukraine. The cars is the one way getting through the tunnel, but from Austrian-Hungarian time tunnel. But look at this, what is behind me? That is the so-called new Jewish cemetery at the Miodowa Street. Miód, it's mean honey, like a honey street. In Krakow there are two Jewish cemeteries. The old is in Kazimierz, and that is created later at the end of 19th century. You see here information about the Jewish cemetery. And it's very hard to see more. You could, this may be from that side. That is the victim of the pogrom that happened after Second World War, Rosa Berger. I tell you about her and about the such pogrom that happened after Second World War on the way. But look at this, there's the whole viaduct. It's a very nice pastel color of the night, and new modern way for the pedestrians and tennis club close there. Over 10,000 funerals on the new Jewish cemetery. That is the building of Jewish Society Hevra Kadisha. That is the organization for the organizing funeral. And here is the victim of the pogrom that happened after Second World War. Imagine, not during the Hitler time, but after war, and such crime happened in Krakow. That's why we're talking about the Krakow pogrom happened as such after Second World War. I told you exactly the places connecting with the one victim was the deaf person, Rosa Berger. He's buried on that cemetery. She was 56 years old. And what exactly happened, I tell you on the way. But now let's go to Jewish quarter Kazimierz. We're walking through Jewish Broadway, Szeroka Street, Miodowa, and then Kupa Synagogue. That was the whole pogrom started in 1945, just after Second World War. Modern apartments, modern railway, Kraków, Przemyśl, Lvov. It's the very ghostly atmosphere. I think you could share the information about live stream, please, because 7 people in the house is the very, very small group. I know that is the not proper time for watching, but I think they should be more. Last time 238 people in Zakopane. Please, hey, go team. Please remember, you could share the information about the live stream among your friends. And let's go. You see that still new tourists coming, but usually they visit only Auschwitz and Schindler's factory, and that's all. Such much more bigger researching is the 7-Eleven chain Żabka around the Krakow, and then we're getting to Jewish Broadway, Szeroka Street. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing, liking, tipping if you consider the tour interesting. And we're getting to the old Vistula Street, Starowiśna. Look at this, it's very romantic, very rainy, chilly day, plus 5 degrees Celsius. And Krakow trams on the path. One moment, we're crossing safely. Okay, And we're getting to pedestrian zone, Szeroka Street, the Jewish Broadway. You see the old Jewish hotel, Klezmer and restaurant. And now we're getting, there's the Miodowa Street, that's our point of interest. I tell you more about the Miodowa Street soon, but we got a little loop to Szeroka Street, and I give you the background of the Jewish population before Second World War in Krakow. What happened? That was the former mikveh, the bath house. In 17th century happened an accident. The wooden floor had been broken and 7 Jewish women drowned. And the mikveh was relocated bath to other place. Here's the entrance to mikveh, the bath house. Klezmer Osteria, nice klezmer concert there. Mumu is very popular, the Irish matter, steak and wine, best aged beef in the town. You got for beef eaters something. And Szeroka Street called the Jewish Broadway because it's Szeroki, it means broad. And the former Jewish primary school Hader. And that place was marking point of the former synagogue and cemetery that was also on that place. And behind is the old Jewish cemetery and Jewish center, New Jerusalem, Hachnosas Horim. Look at this, the beautiful illuminated Szeroka Street. More people in the house. Thank you for joining live stream. I think the more is coming. Thank you for sharing, tipping, other such, liking. That's most important part of the life of live streamer. And look at this. We've got the here symbol of the Jewish community, the blue David star. The blue stars appeared in the Second World War. The Jews were marked with the blue stars, and that is the Holocaust monument. Holocaust in Hebrew is called Shoah, commemorating Jews killed during the war. Before war, there were over 70,000 Jews in Krakow, now only 300. The most active center is over there, New Jerusalem, Hachnosas Horim, 7 members. There's only one center active, the part, but we've got the 5 Jewish communities in Krakow, and there's the one of the most active hotel and restaurant with kosher food. You see here on the entrance mezuzah. There's a symbol on the entrance to the houses, and that's the one of the 5 Jewish communities in Krakow. And entrance to the synagogue Remu Rama. And we're getting the Miodowa Street, that is our point of interest. We don't walk about the whole Szeroka Street. That street was the witness of the pogrom that happened also after war. Szeroka Street, Miodowa, Przemyska, Rzeszowska. Just Jews before war had their own properties, and after war the Polish people, they thought that everything is just free. As such, the Jews were all murdered in the concentration camps. That's why they taking their houses, and maybe that was the reason of the here Jan Karski looking at us. That was the reason that started mob, just policemen and soldiers. Getting inside of synagogue Kupa. We getting to the synagogue that everything started in Shabbos, and such a street got a very Jewish flair. They make the such for tourists former Jewish workshops like a Krawiec tailor, joiner, pap and mom shop, that was the shoe shop, and Kupiec, Kupa, Ratner, banker. That was such former jobs, but it is only imitation for tourists. It's not real. On that street, we've got the also accent of the former Jewish cemetery. There's such decoration on the wall. That was the Jewish tombstones were destroyed, and they used as the pavement for the streets in Kazimierz. That is the Szeroka Street. But we got the very top modern apartments now. That is the private owner, and look at this such luxurious flair inside. That's why we've got such modern apartments, but only 10% private properties in Kazimierz. Still, Poland is not signed the Article 447 just. Jewish uncompensated survivors today. There's a such matter is still in the US Congress. Okay, and we getting Miodowa Street, Honey Street, getting Kupa synagogue. That whole pogrom started. Look at this. There's always the nice impressions around the gallery. Very vanish matters, very luxurious matters, but got some idea. Any artists are among us. Maybe you create such paintings. You see it's dripping with gold. And we preceding the Miodowa. Miód, it's been honey. There were former Jewish honey shops. And we getting the synagogue Kupa that pogrom started. Police. There's also private apartments and private house, shot bar. Today is the not weekend. There's still not a lot of tourists. Like the weekend is very, very busy. Everything is full of people. But look at this such beautiful luxury space. You've got to enjoy Kazimierz. Kazimierz is now like a Soho, small office, home office. The people prefer online work too. And look at this, in one moment started the cruel history, incredible history, because after Hitler time, after Holocaust, the group of Krakowians organized pogroms on the Jews exactly, and that synagogue Kupa. You see here is the Jewish community symbol, religious community in Krakow at the Miodowa 27. And you see the private area, synagogue entrance, next gate. There's in the darkness is the synagogue Kupa. Exactly here on the 11 August 1945, a group of Jews celebrated Shabbos, and it was the 9 a.m. early morning. And a group of policemen and soldiers entering inside synagogue because they heard the screaming boy, Jews killing me, sucking my blood for matzah, or using as such traditional accusing Jews of the taking Christian babies or children and murder them and using the blood for the making matzah. Matzah is the kind of bread, unleavened bread. Very horrible accusation. Every century was the such accusation of Jews on the such matter. And I think uniformed soldiers and policemen encourage in that time militia encouraged mob people to attack Jews. They started entering the houses around, and the many Jews were injured, and one woman killed. Rosa Berger, she was 56 years old. She came back from the Auschwitz-Birkenau. She was in the concentration camp, Nazi Germany concentration camp, Auschwitz-Birkenau. She came home, and like a Snow White and seven dwarfs, she was looking for the house, and there was a such at home, and policemen shooting through the door, and she was shot behind the door. We've got the documents showing such one victim of the pogrom in Krakow. Very important thing, that was the first pogrom in Poland. Such pogroms happened also in Rzeszów, Tarnów, Kielce. Kielce is the most famous pogrom. Over 40 Jews were killed during the such mob. And the other synagogue, Temple, from the end of 19th century, you see the action still bring them home. The Israelis arrested by Hamas, and still their faces looking at us. Foundation of the center of the Prince Charles. And look at this. This one is the also person that I knew, his mother. That is the just murdered. My God, that's the fresh information. And you see, Omer Neutra. I know mother that she said my son is in the Hamas arrested, Israeli American, and Omer Neutra just murdered. Today the very bad news on me. Oh my God, that is such. You see, There is such still some arrested, kidnapped. That is the matter that very important action bring them home. Jewish Community Center (JCC) and others they still kidnapped by the Hamas on the back. But look at this. What is on our schedule? We are in the area of Kazimierz, 7 synagogues, and we walking Miodowa Street. I got a little through the famous Jewish market to Wolnica Square, and then to the bridge. I show you the view on the ghetto, former ghetto. And on the Wolnica, exactly here, there was the murdered Rosa Berger from the pogrom that happened 11 August 1945. That's why very important part. Wolnica Square number 4, there was the one more happened. That's why please stay connected, be with me, please share information, because it's very untypical live stream, not about the Hitler, but the pogrom that happened after Second War, the first pogrom in communist Poland. And that was the between the Poles and Jews matter. It's very, very taboo topic that I want to tell you from heart. You know, quality of nation you recognize for if they say the truth. If they say, I am guilty, we did this and that. The nations that they say nothing, they say, we are angels, where there is only provocation, other nations did that, that is the hell. The most important is to tell the truth. Sometimes truth is like a shit, you know. Shit is shit and not food digested after the day. Liberal people, they say food is only digested food. And you have to say, just shit is shit. And that's why they call the name Synagogue Kupa. I didn't tell you, there's some people that are first time, why the name of Synagogue Kupa. I show you again that synagogue from other side. Here is the luxurious hotel Estera. That was the former Jewish hospital. And in Polish, kupa, it's mean shit. But in Hebrew, it's mean kupat staka, money box and bank. And there was the secret Jewish bank. In the Second World War, SS discovered there 50 kilograms gold and silver, double more. Evidence of crime is at the Schindes factory. That is the famous synagogue Kupa that started also pogrom after war in August 1945. We were on the other side. You see the defense wall of city Kazimierz. But we're proceeding through the Jewish, former Jewish market, kosher market for poultry, chickens, ducks, geese, ducks, turkey, and that I show you the former Jewish abattoir, and proceeding the beef shop, we getting the place of the mort of Rosa Berger, one victim of pogrom that happened after Second World War. Here's of course for clubbing paradise. The people here enjoy alchemia, the evening and with the candles. We have the little snooping tour. You see how magic is the interior. I show you only you see there's such the most magic alchemia, but I think the most attractive is the former Jewish abattoir, slaughtering house. In the middle is sitting shohei. They cut the necks of animals, chickens, ducks, geese, turning 7 times overhead. The blood gushing round-shaped building. The last kosher slaughtering was in the September 1939. Adolf Hitler was vegetarian, and he said it's not humanitarian killing animals in such way. That's why they stopped the killing. Now is the serving here Polish pizza, zapiekanka. There's like a French baguette with champignon cheese, and very special is garlic sauce. Garlic is the unofficial Jewish Viagra. There's, you see, very cheap as the dirt, because 13 zloty is the zapiekanka, like a $3 or $4. This is the cheapest option, even $2. For $2 you got the such plan. Angel is the most famous zapiekanka over there. This is the most famous. The Lonely Planet recommended as the haven in the mouth. There's such form. Okay, but there's such, like, look at this. There's a such namaksa and the people enjoying eating the part. But we got in topics connecting with pogrom. There's the such, I want to keep the topic that is very difficult after Second World War. The mob attacked the Jews, they coming home, and there were still remained 7,000 Jews. Before war, there were in Krakow over 70,000 Jews. After Holocaust, 7,000 Jews came from the concentration camps, ghettos, home, and they was not easy to stay longer. You know, 1968 was there also numerus clausus. Students with Jewish background had to leave Poland, emigrate to US, Canada, Israel, and now there are only 300 Jews in Krakow. Before war, 70,000, and now you see around the kebab shops, Pakistani people from Arabic countries also run the business with kebab around. There's not only zapiekanka. And we see the Jewish senior Jews, the Jewish community center for the senior Jews, and we getting Beer Meisel Street, Rabbi Meisel Street, to this most magic, interesting courtyard, so-called Schindler's List Passage, with Mleczarnia Milk Market. It's also a very recommended place. You know, we bringing me luck because I don't need the umbrella, it's just the folding. And we've got the, you see the e-scooter, very popular, but drive safe, please, because they drive double, because cheap is great and they want to going cheap. That's why staying two on the one scooter. This the crazy, is not allowed. Okay, we getting to the most enchanting courtyard, so-called Schindler's List Passage, Mleczarnia Milk Market, and here was the discovery of Steven Spielberg. Here you see the old Jew reading a newspaper, and below that same yard, passage before Second War. Like nothing changed. That yard, you got the feeling like a Jew staying here around us. It's always, even before war was the private synagogue, Beit Midrash there. Before war, Kazimierz got over 106 synagogues, 7 big synagogues and small synagogues, 99. That's why it was the ultra-religious center for the Jewish community. But look at this, how picturesque, even such ponds, they're making magic flair. But you could imagine how fear and anxiety was the after war if the Jews, they came back and looking their house and every apartments were taken. Because from here, the Jews were relocated to Jewish ghetto behind the Vistula River. That was no place for Jews after war, and such situation is such still not regulated. Poland is still waiting for the such paragraph, we say Article 447, just in the American Congress. And I show you also the impressions for Jewish ghetto over there. He's the famous pharmacist, Mr. Pankiewicz, that saved a lot of Jews in Krakow ghetto. That's making impressions from Krakow ghetto and Jewish Combat Organization as the marking of Jewish star on the part. And ghetto was behind the river Vistula, not here on the part. Okay, and let's go to Wolnica Square, the place that was the one victim of the Krakow pogrom, Rosa Berger. But we coming little back, it's the much more interesting such view. And we getting the main street in Kazimierz Józefa, Joseph Street, appreciating the Austrian Emperor Joseph II. And we getting, there was also the private synagogue, the Hotel Regent. And we getting the Wolnica Square. I show you exactly place of the mort of the Rosa Berger, 56 years old Jewish woman from the Krakow pogrom. The most famous pogrom happened in Kielce 1 year later, in July 1946. Over 46 Jews were murdered there also by the mob, and very similar accusation of the ritual mort. And have a look here, the main parish church of Kazimierz, Corpus Christi, the pretty high tower, over 70 meters. Look at this, the making magic moment. And the Corpus Christi street. But we're going to the former square, common square for Jews and Christians, Plac Wolnica Square. Thank you for people, new joiners. Thank you for following, subscription my YouTube channel. Big thanks if you got the information, your friends, about the such crazy tours, even by night. Fresh delivery, Uber and things like that. And Wolnica, it's been Freedom Square, like a place of freedom. There was the free market for Christian and Jews. But the Jews, they preferred to get their own markets because here was the smell of pork, and they didn't like smell of pork, and they organized own market that we were before. Oh, look at this, the people preparing for the strong wind, and at night should be temperature -1. That's why the people are protecting the geese, because now we got the black ice expecting soon. And look at this, we're getting to Wolnica Square. That is the number 4. I got the in head such address. Is the third house from the right. Is the Krepe, okay? This is any eye wash on the people Krepe. But the exactly number 4 here happened that pogrom, that policeman entering such a house and shooting through the door, and the Rosa Berger was killed here in the Wolnica Square number 4, exactly here. And that was that such crime happened. That's why we've got the one testimony, a lot of testimonies. They said that was the one place of the pogrom in Krakow. And now is there like a parking. That place is less visited by the tourists, still more pigeons than visitors. There's the so-called the Christian part of Kazimierz with the former town hall, now ethnographic museum. That's such attention to watch is the one plaque showing welcoming Orthodox Jews in Poland. As the angel is depicted Casimir the Great as the angel. Look at this here. Oh. And reception welcoming Jews in Poland. That's a very, in the darkness it's hard to see everything. But I give you some illuminated impression. And the last stage we walking to the bridge, showing the illuminated bridge, Brigitka, Bernatka, and Tree of Wishes. You could make a wish, for instance. You could ask different questions. I don't know why I don't see your comments. That's for me interesting why on the live stream the comments are not visible for me. I don't know. Sometimes the YouTube making some jokes. That's why I don't see real reaction on the live stream. But I think you could see me and you could comment it. I hope so. That is everything fine. I don't know why is the no. I think you see the comments. Yes, there's such. The most important thing. Sometimes there are got some questions and no answers. Okay, let's go the Bridge Street to the view on the Vistula River, and you got the feeling of the Jews, the 1941 relocating to Krakow ghetto. Nazi Germany organized ghetto on the other riverside. Ghetto was not on the same place. In other cities, usually ghetto was on the same place. But here, the whole Jews were relocated over a bridge to Podgórze district on the other riverside. U-turn of the car. 3 people in the house. Maybe there would be more. Maybe there's a such. You remember that on my the live stream in Zakopane were over 230 people in the live. That's why I hoped you could share the information about the live, give them more pep, more power. You see BBQ, American food here. You could get the American style food, like a special beef steak and things like that, like a traditional burger or steak for there. Well done. You see the such interior, such interesting, such Jim Beam. Okay, and we getting to the bridge Mostowa. Most it's mean bridge. We're getting to the bridge street, to the beautiful view, and logs on the bridge is the love logs. The lovers, they always put the fresh log for the good luck. I still don't see your comments. I don't know what's going on. Oh, that is the pretty crowded, like a student canteen or soup kitchen food. Hospodka, the Czech food. Always, if you ask me about the private on the comments or so, we could organize the tour private. I got the also guide of the different objects, not only Schindes factory, but underground Krakow, Warsaw, Wrocław. Let's stay in touch. We could organize some tours and Tree of Wishes again. And behind the former, during the war, that Bonifrater hospital was turned for the hospital for Gestapo. That was the Gestapo hospital during the Second War. And now, one moment is coming the prize award for your waiting. We see the most beautiful illuminated bridge, Bernatka, the monk Bernatek. That was the monk that prepared different herbs. And that's the youngest bridge since 2010. We see such beautiful shape. Thank you for that. So many people sharing and joining the live stream. I don't know why I don't see comments. Sometimes it's the such jokes of the YouTube that don't show the comments, and I don't like see the. I think if you want to appreciate, that was the nice. You could always tipping, no problem. And we getting to the bridge. I paid for the parking here. A few zlotys. That's why I think you appreciate that. Also, the cost on my getting here is about the $2 parking. That's why. And now I see 0 zloty. That is the 0 is also 0. I try to make the such from heart. I got the mission showing live streams. Sometimes I got the always amount of 0. Okay, have a look. There's the most beautiful bridge in Krakow, Bernatka. Of the such the famous monk, and look at this. But such vessels, there's the permanent chained. There are tourist restaurants for tourists. Nothing special. And on the other river side was the ghetto. There was the such Jewish ghetto was organized on the other river side. We walking few steps. I show you the some padlocks. Is making impression, and especially figures on it. They make the special flair. Look at this. So-called the figures are called acrobats between sky and earth. The acrobats, as such, the 9 figures. They are permanent exhibition between sky and earth. Yes, that is such form. Okay. And look at this. And here, vis-a-vis, you could notice the locks, padlocks. There's the people still smashing the key into river. And 360 degrees overview around the Bernatka Bridge. On the other side was ghetto that existed 2 years. And that's our last point of interest. I think I don't want to make extremely long live stream. It's enough to the short form, about the 30 minutes. I think it's the better make the regular 3 live streams a week. And intensity that shouldn't be so pretty high. That's why the most interesting topic was the such about the pogrom that happened after war in the Jewish quarter Kazimierz. So I thank you very much for watching. You could follow my YouTube channel, of course, share the information about the live streams. I think there would be much more people soon, and see you again in the next announced live stream. I should get on Sunday something at 8 p.m. But I try to get the time better for the Heygo team, people from the US and Australia. There should be time better in the afternoon. I think in the earlier is the much better, because now is the late night on the East Coast. Thank you very much, and West Coast. And big thanks, and say bye-bye for the Krakow from Kazimierz.